Season's greetings, everyone. I'm Joshua Orro, the Mustang Prince, and welcome to Mustang Prince Oral Reports. And of course, welcome to the 2019 Heartwarming Christmas Marathon. And today, we're going to go back to Arendelle. Man, can't believe it's been about 6 years since Disney's Frozen came out. And ever since I blogged it during my first season, I still think it's a great movie. And over the years, aside from the numerous merchandising, cosplaying, and Disney theme park attractions, Frozen managed to get 2 Oscars. It gained a short sequel, which preceded the 2015 Cinderella movie, a Christmas spin-off, which preceded Coco, a Broadway musical, and a Lego spin-off. Plus, Olaf has had a guest appearance in Sophia the First. Anna and Elsa got to be in ABC's Once Upon a Time. And Ralph Breaks the Internet. And several months ago, like with Toy Story, Frozen got a level in Kingdom Hearts 3. And of course, Elsa became one of my top 10 cartoon crushes. Man, makes me want to listen to Mick Jagger's She's So Cold song. And believe it or not, ever since Frozen, I felt completely immune to cold temperatures. Trust me, it's a true story. However, if there's one thing that ticks me off regarding Frozen, aside from the Trolls song, Fixer Upper, it's the whole Jack Frost / Elsa shipping nonsense, which has been going on for many years. Anyway, ever since before Ralph Breaks the Internet, even before Zootopia, I've been hearing that Frozen will be getting a full-length sequel, which of course is the subject of my blog today. Released on November 22nd, 2019, the movie is Frozen 2. Now, let's get started. Taking place 3 years after her coronation, Elsa had been hearing a mysterious voice calling out to her. She initially follows it, but unintentionally awakens the elemental spirits, which forces everyone in Arendelle to evacuate. Together with Anna, Kristoff, Olaf, and Sven, Elsa must travel on a dangerous but remarkable journey into the enchanted forest to solve the mystery of her magic and Arendelle's past. So, how was this sequel? Was it better than the first movie? Well, in my opinion, yes! Yes, it was! And I am very proud of Disney for doing this. But to further explain why I love this sequel, let's move on to Mustang notes. Development on a theatrical Frozen sequel was officially announced at a Disney shareholder meeting. Originally, the filmmakers had not considered making a sequel to Frozen at all, and the road to its creation was pretty bumpy for them. Co-director Chris Buck began by considering that what would be next for Elsa, having been in hiding for so long and finally being accepted by her people. One question the filmmakers were repeatedly asked was the question of why Elsa has her powers, which led to them to explore this question for the sequel. As part of the producing process, the filmmakers took part in a 4-hour psychology personality test, assuming the roles of the characters and answering questions posed by an actual psychologist. In doing so, they discovered that Anna was a fairy tale character, optimistic and human, while Elsa was a mythic character with the weight of the world on her shoulders and special powers. Following concerns of cultural appropriation regarding the original Frozen, Disney signed a contract with the Sami people to respectfully portray their culture. As the culture was to feature in an even greater role in Frozen 2, the Sami parliaments of Norway, Sweden, and Finland, along with their council, reached out to collaborate with the film's producers. The contract also included an agreement that Disney would produce a dubbed version of Frozen 2 in one Sami language and participate in cross-learning initiatives that contribute to indigenous communities in Scandinavia. The Sami people and those worked with by the filmmakers appeared in the film's credits. Now, in my opinion, the story for this movie is a lot more serious, mature, and darker compared to the first film, and I think the movie goes more in depth with Elsa's character. Plus, I like the many different scenes that reference the first movie. Also, what's interesting about this sequel is that, like Ralph Breaks the Internet, this film does not have a main villain. Instead, it has random obstacles. As for the animation, like the first movie, the animation is absolutely flawless. Plus, in my opinion, the Enchanted Forest looks like an actual autumn forest, but it is very mysterious with mist surrounding it, as well as it preventing people from entering or leaving the forest. By the way, before the story began, there was a little, or should I say, a huge conflict between the people of Arendelle and the Nithaldra. You see, Anna and Elsa's grandfather, King Runard, who was a ruthless tyrant, and due to him being blinded by fear, he believed magic to be a huge threat to his kingship. So what does he do? He builds a dam, which he claimed was a peace offering designed to bring prosperity to the Nithaldra. But, in reality, the dam was a trick to weaken the Nithaldra's resources and drain their magic. And, of course, King Runard killed the unarmed Nithaldra leader, which resulted in the enchanted spirits to become enraged and turn their back on humanity, and caused the enchanted forest to be cursed. Now, in my opinion, the scenes that I found very memorable was the part in Otto Holland where Elsa comes across her own memories, finds out the identity of the mysterious voice, and when she learns the truth. Also, I think the scene inside the ruins of King Agnar and Queen Idunna's ship was very haunting. Also, I find the concept of water having memory to be very interesting. Now let's move on to the 4 elemental spirits that live in the Enchanted Forest. First we have the wind spirit, Gale. Now, this spirit is the only one who doesn't seem to have a physical form. Mostly, it appears as a swirl of autumn leaves, kind of like the leaves from Pocahontas, but in one scene, it swept up Olaf in a huge tornado. However, after Elsa managed to tame Gale, it ends up becoming very playful. Next we have the fire spirit, Bruni. Now this little guy is said to be inspired by fire salamanders from European mythology. However, in my opinion, Bruni has got to be the cutest character in the entire movie. Plus, I think he's kind of like Charmander from Pokemon, with eyes that kind of made me think of Stitch and Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon. Plus, I really love the bond that he shares with Elsa after she tames him with her snowflakes. The Earth Giants, who are in fact the Earth Spirits, are huge stone golems who are seen roaming the forest at night and sleeping near the raging river during the daytime. In my opinion, these guys not only make me think of the rock titan from Hercules, but they can be very aggressive. The last spirit to talk about is the Knock, which happens to be the water spirit. This spirit is inspired by Scandinavian mythology. Now, I gotta admit, this spirit has got to be my absolute favorite in the entire movie, since, as most of you know, I am a sucker when it comes to anything horse-related. And the scene where Elsa manages to tame it while crossing the Dark Sea was absolutely epic. And it really does prove that Elsa has true Mustang power. Now let's talk about the music and songs. And, like the first movie, the songs were written by the husband and wife duo, Kristen Anderson and Robert Lopez. Our first song is called All Is Found, sung by Queen Iduna, which I think is a really sweet lullaby song. Plus, it gets a reprise sung by Anna. Next we have Some Things Never Change, sung by Anna, Elsa, Kristoff, and Olaf, as they remember the many things that have happened over the past 3 years since Elsa became queen. The thing that I like about this song, aside from the theatrical rhythm, is the part where everyone in Arendelle is doing their daily work, like wood cutting, painting, sorting fish, and I like the part where Wandering Oaken gives Kristoff a manicure and a massage, and where the kingdom get together for a feast, which kind of makes me think of Thanksgiving in a way, and the part where Elsa creates icy fireworks and little ice figurines for the children. Next we come to Into the Unknown, sung by Queen Elsa. To me, this song is really mysterious and thought-provoking. Fun fact: the song was described as the film's answer to Let It Go. According to Kristen Anderson Lopez, for the first time, Elsa gets to say what she wants in the song, and she takes her first step metaphorically and physically into a bigger world. It represents her growing up and taking responsibility. Also, the song speaks for both Elsa's reluctance and urge to follow the mysterious voice that is calling out to her, which is provided by artist Aurora. Our next song is called When I Am Older, sung by Olaf. This song is basically about Olaf's belief that though he is scared of the things in the Enchanted Forest, he'll realize that they weren't so scary once he's older. Now, to be perfectly honest, guys, I have mixed feelings for this song. I mean, don't get me wrong. It is funny and all, especially with Olaf having encounters with some spooky eyes, random boulders, geysers, the water knock, Bruni, and Gale. But the song title doesn't really make any sense, since snowmen don't really age. And who the hey is this Samantha that Olaf keeps talking about? Anyway, next we have Lost in the Woods, which is a love ballad sung by Christophe, following his reprise of Reindeers Are Better Than People. To describe this song, well, in the words of Kristen Bell, it's basically a powerful 80s rock-inspired anthem that challenges toxic masculinity. And what I like about this song are the visuals and the tone. And I also like the part where a bunch of reindeer and Sven are accompanying Kristoff like a chorus. Plus, the song's title kind of makes me think of Stephen Sondheim's Into the Woods. Next we come to my absolute favorite song in the entire movie, Show Yourself, which is sung by Elsa when she goes deep into the glacier cavern in Otto Holland. To me, this has got to be the most powerful song in the entire film. Plus, the part where Queen Iduna joins in makes me think of He Lives in You from the Lion King Broadway show. And I really love the part where Elsa transforms into the fifth spirit. And you know what I think? I think her new look makes her look absolutely beautiful. Like a real snow queen. Plus, I know this may be off topic, but I wonder what it'd be like if Sora witnessed this song, since he did witness Elsa sing Let It Go before. Also, I do pray that this song will get an Oscar for Best Original Song. Please, I just hope it happens. Finally, we have The Next Right Thing, sung by Anna as she struggles to push forward after Elsa freezes and Olaf disintegrates. To me, this has got to be the most tear-jerking song in the entire movie. Also, I'm glad that Anna has figured out what to do to lift the forest curse. And now let's move on to the characters and their voice actors. Our main protagonist, Queen Elsa, is once again voiced by Idina Menzel, best known for portraying Elphaba in the acclaimed Broadway musical Wicked, as well as being in Rent and Disney's Enchanted. In my opinion, Elsa's role in this movie is very interesting. I mean, sure, her powers have grown very strongly over the past 3 years, but I like that Elsa is determined to solve the mystery of the Enchanted Forest curse and Arendelle's past, despite the fact that she blames herself for her magical abilities after learning about her parents' death. Also, I think the part where Elsa sends Anna and Olaf away in an ice boat was very overprotective of her. But my heart almost shattered when Elsa turns to ice, just like what happened to Anna in the first movie. However, my favorite scene is when Elsa rides the water knock to Arendelle and uses her powers to stop the water from destroying the kingdom. Plus, I like the scene where she passes by a snowy memory of Prince Hans and shatters it with a wave of her hands. Next is her sister, Princess Anna, again voiced by Kristen Bell, best known as Veronica Mars, and she got to be Korra in Astro Boy and Hiromi in Hayao Miyazaki's The Cat Returns. To me, I think Anna has improved big time as a princess and a sister, and I like that she's determined to assist Elsa till the very end while going through the forest. In my eyes, I thought the scene where Anna lures the earth giants into helping her break the dam was both really brave but crazy. Next is Anna's boyfriend, Kristoff, voiced by Jonathan Groff, who's been in the stage musical Spring Awakening. To me, Kristoff hasn't really changed that much since the first movie. I mean, yes, he's still the Arendelle Ice Master and Deliverer, but throughout this movie, like Bernard from the Rescuers Down Under, Kristoff is struggling to propose to Anna. However, I do like the part where he gets some help from a Netholdra named Ryder, whose people have a special method of proposing to women which involve reindeer. Also, I do like the scene where Kristoff's reindeer sidekick Sven becomes a sort of leader to the Netholdra reindeer after they get freaked out by Bruni. the comic relief, Olaf, is again voiced by Josh Gad, whom I've talked about in my blogs of Pixels and the 2017 live-action remake of Beauty and the Beast. In this film, Olaf has been given a permafrost by Elsa to keep him cool and icy. So, I guess he doesn't really need that little cloud anymore. Anyway, I think Olaf has really matured since the first film, and while he is still a loyal and an endearing character, I think Olaf has a habit of spouting out random trivia facts, and I thought it was kind of weird when he acted out a heavily edited and condensed version of the events from the first film. Look, Olaf, I like you and all, but you really don't have to tell these Netholdra the whole story. You'll bore the audience. Anyway, I thought the charade scene where Olaf takes on many different shapes, including Mickey Mouse, was really cute and funny. However, the part where he disintegrates due to Elsa freezing really made me sad. Next we have Grandpappy, the leader of the trolls, voiced by Syrian Hines, who has been in the Nativity Story, The Phantom of the Opera, and The Tale of Despero. Like in the first movie, I think Grandpappy is a wise and maybe the coolest out of all the trolls in the Frozen movies. In this film, Pappy advises Elsa to seek out the mysterious voice in hopes to find the answers to save Arendelle. Plus, I like that Pappy looks after the people of Arendelle while Elsa and the others are on their journey. Next we have Anna and Elsa's late parents, King Agnar and Queen Iduna, voiced by Alfred Molina and Evan Rachel Wood. Now, we all know that in the first movie, after Anna's accident, they were trying to help Elsa keep her powers in check until they got lost at sea. However, in this movie, Anna, Elsa, and Olaf learned they were heading to Otto Holland to find answers about Elsa's powers before their ship got wrecked. In my eyes, I think both Agnar and Iduna get a lot of character development. Well, mostly Iduna, since she was Netholdra before she married Agnar, and she's revealed to be the mysterious voice that's been calling out to Elsa throughout the entire film. And due to her saving Agnar when she was a young girl, Iduna is the reason why Elsa was born with ice magic. Our first new character is Lieutenant Destin Matthias, voiced by Sterling K. Brown, who got to be in last year's Black Panther movie. Matthias is the leader of a group of soldiers who were trapped in the Enchanted Forest for over 30 years. He used to be the official guard to King Agnar when he was a young prince. In my opinion, Matthias is an honorable soldier, and he's determined to protect Arendelle at all costs. But I think he's pretty stubborn when he often butts heads with the Netholdra people. However, I do like the part where Matthias and his knights help Anna draw the ice giants towards the dam. Next we have Ilana, leader of the Netholdra tribe, voiced by Martha Plimpton. Ilana is fiercely protective of her family and community, but is known to soften when people show an understanding of nature and their environment. Rounding out the cast is Jason Ritter as Ryder, who shares Kristoff's love for reindeer, and Rachel Matthews as Ryder's sister Honeymarin, who wants to bring peace to the Enchanted Forest. And now let's move on to my final words. Overall, while Frozen 2 may not technically be a Christmas movie, it's still a movie that's worth seeing during the holiday season. It has amazing animation. The movie goes more in depth with the characters, like Anna, Elsa, along with their parents. The spirits of the Enchanted Forest are cool creatures. The story is dark, serious, and epic, and the songs are absolutely spectacular. Also, I think Anna will be a great queen for Arendelle, and I'm happy that she and Kristoff are finally engaged. And I'm really proud that Elsa has fulfilled her destiny and became the fifth spirit and protector of the Enchanted Forest. So with that said, I give this movie the highest rating of 100%. This truly does deserve to be the best animated film of 2019. Definitely. By the way, I think for my next blog, I should talk about a film adaptation of the original Snow Queen story, but which one? Okay, not a bad idea. Be sure to stay tuned until next time. Mustang Power!